Hi, fourth graders. Welcome to our third week of online learning. You are doing a fantastic job. You are trying your hardest. You're logging on to Khan Academy. You're doing amazing. I hope that you feel super proud of yourself for all that you have accomplished. This has been such a difference, and you're trying and you're being flexible, and I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're amazing, and I appreciate all that you're trying to do and succeeding. So nice job, guys. This week, we're gonna dive a little deeper into our opinion writing. We're gonna review some multiplication stuff in math, and in reading, we're gonna talk about two different stories and have a little writing with some citations, because that's what we're really working on, is proving our answer with some resources from the story. And then at some point in the video, we're gonna have a special guest because it's someone's birthday today, April 24th. Someone in the Personette household has a birthday today, and they're gonna come and say hi. So keep your eyes peeled, okay? Here we go. A couple things to remind you starting next week. Make sure you're going through Canvas to get to our Zoom meetings, because the email links and things like that probably will start not working, because the district is trying to get a little safer with who can join our Zoom meetings. So you need to make sure that you're logging on with your school district email. So that's your first dot last name at studentssd.org to get in. And if you're going through Canvas, then you're already in that avenue. So keep that in the back of your mind, okay? Another thing to remind you, when you meet during your first meetings, so that's Tuesdays or Wednesdays, our focus is going to be writing and reading. So make sure you're ready to rock and roll with those things. Our second meeting, which will be on Thursdays or Fridays for you, it's going to be a little bit of writing, but a lot of math. So make sure you're kind of understanding, or make sure you come maybe with some questions of some math things during that time, okay? Right on. All right, let's dive in. Math this week. Your paragraphs last week were fantastic. You gave examples. You really told me your opinion on the topic that you chose. I'm super proud of you. This week, you're going to take that paragraph, and if you haven't done it already, some of you already have, so keep that in the back of your mind. If you haven't thought of some reasons for your topic, that's our focus this week. And to help us understand reasons and why reasons are so important in a persuasion or opinion paper, I've attached to the email a short paper or paragraph essay that someone wrote about helping other countries. And your task for your first small group meeting, so either on Tuesday or Wednesday, is read that article, or I'm going to read it to you here in just a second. And I want you to find 3 reasons that this author gives of why we should help other countries. They're not just blah, word vomiting it to you and saying, oh, we should help other countries because I think that way. No, they're giving you some specific details of why we should help other countries. So your task for our first small group meeting is to listen right now or read it on your own. I've attached it to the email. Find me 3 or more specific reasons that this author gives of why we should help other countries. Because reasons are really what sell and make your opinion paper really pop out, and it makes people remember, okay? So I'm going to read our story. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs, so nothing crazy, promise. If you want to pause and maybe read along with me, that's great. If you want to skip ahead to when we're talking about reading, that's fine too. So I'm going to read this, and remember, your task is think about what are 3 reasons you hear that the author is really trying to make you understand why helping countries is such a great thing. Okay, here we go. Helping other countries. Recently, my class debated whether or not we should collect money to send to poor countries. I definitely think we should send money to other countries that need it. If we did, people in those countries could have things like clean water, and they would see America as a kind and caring. What seems like little money to us is sometimes a lot of money to people in poor countries. Here in America, we have so many things that people in poor countries only dream about. We have toys for kids, schools, cars, clean water, nice clothes, and food. In many poor countries, kids and adults are dying because they are drinking polluted water or because they can't get medicine they need. Sometimes there aren't any schools for kids. Here in America, so many kids have fancy sneakers or video games that they don't need. What is more important, for you to be able to have the newest, hottest sneakers, or for your family to be able to eat? Also, if America would give some money to poorer countries, I think other countries would see that we are friendly and that we care. Maybe the world would be more peaceful if big countries like America shared some of their money with countries that need more. Finally, a little amount of money to us is a lot to a person in a poor country. For example, if you bought a $40 pair of sneakers instead of a $60 pair, you could send $20 to a family so they could buy a goat. That goat would provide them with milk to drink with their meals. They could get vitamins that they need to help them be healthy. Also, the goat could have babies, or the family could eat some or sell them to buy things. If every person in America gave a little money, it would add up to a lot. It would make a big difference to people in other countries who don't have as much as we do. That's why I think we should give money to help people in parts of the world that need help. There you are, my friends. So again, your task is to listen to what I just read or read it on your own and tell me 3 things that you heard within this article that the author gave reasons to why we should help those in need in other countries. And that's what you're going to come to your first small group with. Now, your second small group, eventually, we're going to be talking about what are some reasons that you could add to your paper. Now, again, some of you have already done that. Awesome. But some of you haven't quite yet. So think about what could be 3 to 5, maybe, nothing crazy, reasons that you could give in your paper to really persuade someone to think that your topic is the best, or to think the way that you're thinking, okay? So there's our tasks in reading this, or I'm sorry, in writing this week, okay? Moving on to reading. Reading this week is week 1, day 4. You're gonna pick from 2 different reading options this week. Now remember, you're more than welcome to read all of them, but for our reading groups when we meet, you only have to choose from 2, okay? So reading, remember, you're expected to be ready to rock and roll for our first small group, so that's Tuesday or Wednesday, with your Storyworks reading choice picked. So your options this week are going to be A Better Brush. Now, A Better Brush is about a young lady named Noelle, and she noticed that her cat's tongue could do something very special. And your task, if you choose to read that article, is how does her cat's tongue help her help her think of this unique object? And if you had to explain this article, so kind of think of it kind of like a summary, but if you had to explain it to someone who had never read it before, how would you explain her thought process? What happened at the beginning of her idea? How did it change? Did she have to go through different examples and prototypes and kind of explaining it to us in your point of view? Don't forget, you need to have one citation. Remember, a citation is an example, a word-for-word example from the text to support what you, the author, are writing about. So if you choose a better brush, your job is to explain and kind of review, how did Noelle get her idea? What was her idea, and how did it end out? Okay. Now your second option this week is a debate, kind of sticking with our theme of opinions. And it's the idea of, are youth sports too intense? Now, a lot of you play sports. I played sports since I was 4 years old all the way through college. Sports were a big part of my life. And the question and debate is asking, are they getting too intense? So there's going to be two sides to this, and your task is to pick a side. Do you agree that they are getting too intense? Or do you think that, no, I think they're okay? And if you, the side that you pick, you're going to add a citation, because that's our focus, okay? What is something in that side that you truly agree with? Now, a lot of you picked the cats and dogs this last week. So think of that as a similar idea. You're comparing. Do you agree or disagree with the fact that sports are getting too intense? Now, like I brought up earlier, some of you play sports. So maybe bringing your own opinion and your own feelings will help you pick a side that you would want to go with, okay? So those are your two options this week, short, sweet, to the point, and let me know. Remember to bring your reading Storyworks to your first small group so you're ready to rock and roll, okay? I think it's time for our special birthday guest. Do you think it's time for our special birthday guest? I think it is. All right, guys. Celebrating her first birthday. Oh. It's Mala's birthday. Mala turns 1 year old today. Ma. She's a big puppy. She weighs 62 pounds. And it's her birthday today. I made her a cake. And we're going to play and go for a big walk later. Want to say hi? No. There you are. Yes. Yeah. Happy birthday. So Mala's birthday is today. She is 1 year old and is so happy. I wanted to share with you. Keep in mind, maybe next week we'll have another special guest. You never know. All right, friends, let's finish up. In math this week, you are going to have 15 lessons. Now remember, lessons aren't always, oh, now she's excited. Lessons aren't always problems or quizzes. Remember, lessons can be a little bit of the videos that go with it too, okay? This week is another kind of review. It's going to be about multiplying 1 by 2-digit numbers. So that would be a 2 times 17. And then 1 by 3-digit numbers. So 6 times 234. You never know, okay? And then a lot of it is also going to be talking about comparisons. Now, we worked on comparisons in class. Think of a comparison as 8 is 4 times as much as. So we talked a lot about writing it as you read it, okay? And that's going to be a review. You're also going to work this week on multiplying by 10, hundreds, and thousands. Now remember, we talked about all you have to do is cover up those zeros, and then that will allow you to really see what you're multiplying and make it easier. So this week is all review, okay? Also, an added bonus, I added a science lesson. You do not have to do the science lesson. It's something just fun for you if you would like to do it. It's talking about earthquakes and rock formations. I love rocks. Rocks rock, right? Who remembers what my favorite rock is? If you email me, I might give you a shout out in small groups, okay? I talked about my favorite rock at the beginning of the year. It's the rock that changes over time. So think about that, okay? So yes, you don't have to do the science, but it's just a fun, short 15-minute. It's got some videos and kind of questions and whatnot. So have fun with it, my friends. And there you have it. Reading, writing, and math, and then a little bit of science if you want to dive into that. So there you have it, my friends. Again, you're doing a great job. I'm super proud of you. If you have any questions about things, let me know. I'm always going to be here for you if you need to call me or Zoom with me or email, whatever, clever, man. I love you guys. I'll miss you tremendously, and I will talk to you and see you soon, okay? Bye, guys. Later.